Do you know the story behind P.T. Barnum's Feejee Mermaid? The Feejee Mermaid was displayed in Barnum's American Museum in New York in 1842 before it just up and disappeared. Now, it was originally believed that the mermaid was destroyed in one of the many fires that came through and destroyed much of Barnum's collection. That was until researchers at Harvard University happened to find what they believe is the Fiji mermaid in their collection. And why does Harvard always have everything hidden in somewhere on their campus in a collection somewhere? We really need to go through their archives because it's starting to mirror that of the Vatican, if you know what I mean. Now, was this a real mermaid? Of course not. I mean, it doesn't really, it looks like something in. It is suspected that it was created somewhere in the early 19th century by a fisherman. He paraded this thing around his village, stating that he'd captured it in the net that day. He also made claims that the mermaid told him of a prophecy about a great epidemic that would sweep through the village. The only preventative measure? To buy a picture of the mermaid to protect yourself. And that's when mermaid pictures kind of hit the market. Now, later, this mermaid was sold to a Japanese sailor who then sold it to an American captain. That captain, Samuel Barrett Eads, bought it for a mere $6,000, although he did not have enough collateral to do it, so he had to embezzle the funds from his company that he worked for, hoping that he would pay it back. His plan was to take the mermaid from port to port to try to make the money back, and he did that for several years until he was caught. Now, in 1822, the firm that he worked for, Perkins and Company, found out about the embezzlement of funds, and so they sued him to get their money back and possession of the mermaid. And this all happened while he was visiting London. Eads also had to agree to work without wages until it was paid off. That sucks. Now, when Captain Eads died, the mermaid was then willed to his son because I'm guessing the company actually didn't take possession of it. And this was the sole item of his son's inheritance. The son, not quite knowing what to do with it, sold it to Moses Kimball in 1842 in Boston. Kimball showed it to Barnum, and the rest was history. Now, this is a picture of what the original Fiji mermaid looked like in 1842. Now, in order to get the crowd, excited about this, Barnum couldn't have his name associated with this because it was obviously fake. So they sent a number of letters to New York, Washington, Alabama, South Carolina under a pseudonym, under a fake name. They had a man named Dr. Griffin come in and with this item. His landlord saw it, and from there, rumors spread, allowing the landlord to pass around the existence of this mermaid, which then gained a huge reputation. So Barnum could then swoop in and get the mermaid and display it. The mermaid was displayed for 5 days at Concert Hall in New York before moving to Barnum's American Museum. Now, according to Barnum's 1855 autobiography, the mermaid was made of a half of a monkey's bottom and a shark tail, which you can kind of see that. I don't know what kind of monkey had that face, but yeah, that's what it was made of. Now, the myths of mermaids were very popular around that time, and as you know, in my story, The Mermaid and the Apothecary, the main character, a real guy named Dr. Trot, was actually inspired by P.T. Barnum's Fiji Mermaid. And that's when he moved from New York to Charleston, South Carolina, and decided that he was going to capture a mermaid of his own and open up his own little curiosities shop. Well, unfortunately for him, that didn't go over too well, and the enslaved people of Charleston ended up rioting downtown, destroying his shop and emptying little curiosities and things that they found back into the ocean. But you can read more about that in my book, The Mermaid and the Apothecary. It is available on my website, blackandbookish.com. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about the story. That is one hideous, a monkey and a shark tail? What? Thing is hideous.